Spider-Man cast.
Okay, introducing ourselves, I'm Braden,
I'm Ethan.
I am Paul.
and today we're doing Spider-Man tier list and other Spider-Man activities. So, what's your favorite Spider-Man thing?
Like movie?
Anything.
So like
Why do you like Spider-Man?
cause he's my first superhero, man. He's just a GOAT. Great power comes great responsibility. He's just a GOAT. My favorite Spider-Man, the actor, Andrew Garfield.
You know,
He's about to say some controversial. He's
No.
about to say something and get jumped by both of us.
So, who's your favorite Spider-Man, Ethan?
My favorite Spider-Man, I'd have to say, I'll go with the classic Tobey Maguire. You know, it's just Spider-Man, even though he looks.
Tom Holland, I swear to God, we're gonna have an issue, Baden.
Tom Holland looks his actual age in the movie, so it's a little more kind of like that. But Aunt May in that one, I might say Tom Holland just for Aunt May. Ow!
Oh! Man, this is already going off to the main stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a friendly guy, you know.
Friendly guy.
Not gonna be family.
Tom Holland is my favorite. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kind of. They're all my favorite. I can't choose a favorite. Wow. I am representing with Tom Holland right now, but it changes at least every single day.
Yeah.
What?
Paul's mom in a Spider-Man mask.
Dude. We're gonna put this right here and hope it picks up all our voices. Okay, so first, we're gonna start off with the tier list. What the?
Ooh!
We're gonna start off with the tier list. Going from the bottom, we have Spider-Man Lotus. Do you guys know what that is?
What the hell is a Spider-Man Lotus?
So that was a fan film made, and it turned out everybody on set was completely racist, and so it got bashed by the internet.
S-tier!
So
S-tier!
that's-
Yeah, that's what
no,
I
no,
was
so
gonna say.
that's gonna be the bottom tier. The next tier is Gwen Stacy's broken neck. Next tier after that is Awkward Dancing, Tobey Maguire. The next tier after that is This Is Pretty Spider-Man-y, you know, it's good Spider-Man. We got Amazing, Spectacular, Sensational, other Spider-Man
Whoa,
titles.
did you put the Spectacular Spider-Man on here? What the hell are you doing?
Okay, we already know it's going to go in the next tier, which
Yes.
is The Spider-Man.
The
This is
Spider-Man.
the pinnacle Spider-Man
Yeah, that's
media.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Just know that it's in its own tier.
Yeah, it is. It's tier.
So starting off with the first ever Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2002.
That's pretty Spider-Man.
Pretty Spider-Man-y?
Pretty Spider-Man.
Spider-Man for sure.
I think that's a good start. It's a little awkward in some spots because it's not yet up to its greatest potential it can be. But other than that, it's
It's pretty good.
pretty perfect
It's
superhero
pretty-
movie.
It's
pretty
it was a
Spider-Man.
good start.
I think Tobey Maguire's frog face definitely lends a wave to the movie where it's just really fun. I think every kid watched this movie when they were like 6 and they were like, "Whoa, that can happen."
I want to be that guy.
Honestly, I don't know a kid who didn't want to be Spider-Man. You didn't have a childhood if you didn't want to be Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I wanted to be Uncle Ben before he died, bruh. Aunt May.
But no,
This is Tobey
wait,
Maguire.
but Tobey Maguire's Aunt May's uncle.
That don't change a thing.
Okay. Chill, Aunt May, I guess. So,
Did you say chill?
It's Gilf.
go, whatever. So next
Was
up,
it Jif or was it Gif?
It's Gif.
Peanut
Jif.
butter.
For peanut butter, it's Jif
It's
because it's
Jiffy.
spelled with a.
Jeff.
Alright, let's get.
You're
Next one, Spider-Man 2.
The Spider-Man-y. This is the perfect Spider-Man movie.
That on God has Dr.
For
Ock.
sure.
It's got like the what was it, the emotions
Mm-hmm.
causes his powers. Oh,
I will say, when I was younger, I did not like this movie very much. I thought the original was better, and I think it's because he lost his powers. But that was my dumb, monkey child brain.
I
talking.
love that scene. Just munching on hot dog as a police chase walk.
You don't-
He just
This
He
also,
just like-
yeah.
that
You got
seems
it down the
interesting.
dog.
This has some of the best memes of the entire Raimi-verse. You got the back meme, which is... What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Why is he looking at me?
I just went. I was just looking to acknowledge that you're talking. God.
Okay. But, has the back meme, which has lived on for years upon years. This is the beginning of the Rent meme as well, which is
Peace.
so hilarious. So,
This is the pizza time. Is it, too?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pizza Time. That's literally any
Peak.
Spider-Man.
Oh, it's pizza time, baby.
And we'll get into it with the video games, but
Oh,
on God,
oh
dude. Oh my
God.
God.
Alright.
The movies.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 is awkward.
Okay, but it's not bad.
I think we put it in awkward dancing though.
No.
Name it after the tier.
Okay, but it's not that. But like, it's good though. It is awkward, but it's got the forced introduction to Venom, and it's the only Spider-Man
And it's a
movie.
terrible Venom.
No, it's not.
It's a terrible Venom.
Okay, it was a terrible Venom too, but wait.
Emo Toby Maguire
That was
was
hilarious.
not that good.
No, he
Okay,
wasn't.
but like he was pimp slapping.
In
He pimp slapped Heavy Chain.
So you think that should be in like that is pretty
Domestic
Spider-Man?
Wait, that's
violence
not why-
isn't
wait,
cool,
wait.
Paul.
Whoa, whoa. You like older women? Shut up.
I don't domestically abuse them. I
Okay.
treat them with love and kindness.
You cannot get
You like to be
past.
dominated, don't you?
They do.
Why are you talking like a sports announcer? Like, do you deny beating the? No.
Let me talk to my agent.
I don't.
Okay. Now, Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing
So
Spider-Man.
do we agree it's going in
yeah,
awkward
that's
dancing?
fine.
Okay.
The
Amazing Spider-Man. This is a little tough, honestly. When I was younger, I thought this movie was the greatest thing of all time.
Okay, but like, let's pause for a
If
second.
you go back and
That music track they had in that though. But like the peak, there was some peak songs.
There was
in
some
there.
pretty great.
Oh my.
Except for okay, that goes in Chasm 2. The Gone song.
Whoa.
That's a terrible song.
You don't like Gone.
We'll get to that when we get to
You
it.
don't like Gone.
We'll get to it when we get to it, Paul.
That's a peak song.
We'll get to it when we get
It
to it.
fitted so well.
Focusing on Spider-Man.
Ah!
Amazing Spider-Man.
That's going below.
Ethan,
Toby,
what are your thoughts on
Toby.
Amazing Spider-Man?
That's going in the spectacular.
You know, the
Whoa.
first one had the electric guy in it, right?
That was the second
That
one.
was the second
Okay,
one.
I don't think I've seen the original.
It had the lizard. It had the lizard.
Yeah, no, never mind. You know, I'm kind of with you, Brayden. I like it was pretty good
It was
when
good.
I first
It was
watched
good.
it. But like,
Well, don't
In
watch it.
if you go
retrospect-
back and watch any of them,
Hmm.
like in that trilogy, the CGI is mid.
But
at
you
best.
can't blame the CGI.
I
Yes,
can
you
though.
can.
It kind of
It's
ruins
an
the
old movie. It was
experience.
made in like 2012.
Do I need to remind you what came out literally 3 years prior? Not even.
What?
Avatar, Avengers. And not only
Avatar
that,
is
You
a
think they got
beautiful
that
movie,
budget?
bro.
It's Spider-Man!
yeah, they have that budget.
They should have that budget. Let's give them. See now. Later you will see peak Spider-Man when they have no budget.
Okay, yeah, fair. Okay, so I think, especially because the Lizard is an awful villain, one of the worst villains in a movie. They disrespected Kirk Connors to a point where it's awful. Genuinely.
Why is it?
Spider-Man.
Why
Spider-Man
does his arm
podcast.
look like that when it grows, though?
guys?
We're doing a tier list currently,
Cast
and we're
pod
stuck on the
man
Amazing
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Okay, but let's go with that. That's got on Spider-Man 2.
What?
Let me
Spider-Man 2.
What about Spider-Man 2?
That goes with Spider-Man 2.
Excuse me?
Come on! It was a good movie.
I will take that is pretty Spider-Man-y.
Which-
But to compare Spider-Man
Well, I'm
2
not comparing it. I'm just saying that
doesn't go in
belongs
the
in the
same
same category. Wait, I'm thinking of the wrong
Wait,
one.
which one are we on?
Wait, that's Spider-Man 2, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're talking about
we are
Amazing
really-
Spider-Man.
Wait.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Isn't this the first one?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, that's my bad.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Okay. That's fair.
That's my bad. I thought that was.
but the way the movie
I thought that was
disrespected
two.
Kirk Connors, that entire story was awful.
Yeah.
And
But-
The next day.
Okay, so we left off at
we left off on the Amazing Spider-Man. So
oh,
I think I accidentally put down there. What did we said that was?
Gwen Stacy's neck. No,
No, that's Amazing.
that's 2.
Yeah, Amazing. I think Amazing Spider-Man 1 was good, but especially it does not reach the level
Yeah.
of Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. But, I mean, the first Amazing Spider-Man, the villain was kind of bad, but it was still enjoyable.
I think
They did our boy dirty.
Amazing Spider-Man also falls into that, like, it's this weird trend in 2010, 2012, where every movie had to have a giant fight on a tower where the villain's going to shoot something in the sky. Avengers, you had Loki with the
Okay,
thingy.
but like.
You even had it in the Ninja Turtles movie, the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles
Okay,
movie.
well that was just stupid on the Ninja Turtles part, okay? Because that made sense to Spider-Man.
But no, it doesn't, though.
Yes, it does.
what is his plan to turn everyone into lizards for maybe a week? Because that's the thing. It doesn't turn everybody permanently.
No, he made a permanent. He made a permanent.
No, that's the thing. It wasn't permanent.
He did. That was permanent.
No, because people did turn into lizards, but then Peter Parker was able to do the cure, but he couldn't cure Connors because he was too far gone. So it wasn't even a long time thing. It was only a small amount of time where everybody was lizards. So it's kind of like, well, what's your plan here, dude? Like, you're not really making a superior race or anything because they're all lizards. I don't know, man.
You think the green people are a superior race?
We're getting too racy now.
You said it.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is Gwen Stacy's broken neck.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna argue with this movie.
Well, what do you think it would be? Let's
that. No, it's that. It's that.
Okay.
It happened to that.
Okay.
I think the best part about Andrew Garfield, amazing actor. Amazing actor.
I think the chemistry of Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker is great.
I feel like
although it's a little too much.
I like that office scene though.
The office scene.
The office scene. There was multiple, but like.
The one where like he's like tripping people. And
yeah,
stuff?
that was hilarious.
That was
hilarious.
That,
on the part where, like he's kind of caught.
The one thing I like about Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man,
he's so
is
versatile.
He's kind of a jerk. Like
he got that. He
which
got that bully
is accurate
Toby.
to comic Spider-Man. Comic Spider-Man is a jerk sometimes, dude.
He had that bully Toby in him. He had that dog.
And so I think that part of it really makes it fun, and he can be a jerk sometimes. And just like in the comics, Spider-Man can be a jerk sometimes. He knows right from wrong, but when it comes to social life, he's a jerk sometimes.
Yeah, but amazing Spider-Man. Like
and then we got Babyface Holland.
Babyface Holland, yeah.
I think
it's the first one.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm okay with that. It was good. That's debatable.
Very debatable. This is very debatable.
I would bring it back down.
Okay, well,
they replaced Harry with Ned. You put him.
That's fair.
They replaced the Green Goblin with the Hobgoblin. That goes exactly where it belongs.
Yeah. I think
that was a bad replace. I enjoy Ned now, but why would you replace the Green Goblin with the Hobgoblin?
The one thing that whenever I look at like the MCU or any movie in general is everything is canon. So it doesn't really matter if one universe has something you don't like. You can go to another universe where it's perfect or anything. Tom Holland, Miles be like, dude. But like Tom Holland has a lot of perfect elements. I think like out of any Spider-Man, I think he has more good elements than any of the other ones.
Yeah, he's definitely more pure than most of them.
And I think his love interest too. I think Liz is more compelling than even MJ in 3 movies.
Okay, MJ, but Zendaya.
Zendaya is good.
I'm talking about just Zendaya in general.
She's great in these movies. Honestly, I think in this movie she's probably at her best because she's very subtle about what she says.
Oh, she was chill. No,
she was super chill.
Like that was the most laid back Zendaya character.
The later
I've
movies,
ever seen.
they kind of just forget that part of her.
They bring her more into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a lot more social, and she breaks out of her shell, which is fine. But I don't know. I kind of like the element of Peter Parker getting with this redhead MJ who's like super out there and it's someone you don't think should get with him. Yeah, and, which I don't mind. MJ's really good. I think the change was warranted and for today too.
Yeah.
Because MJ back then is not she'd be kind of bullied today. She'd be looked at weird.
She would be
especially with like trying to date the astronaut and Peter and whatnot. Far From Home is awkward. It is a very awkward movie.
It's a movie.
It is a movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is amazing. Probably one I'd say top
Mysterio
4.
good, but like
I don't think he's dead. I think they were planning on keeping him because the original concept art for No Way Home had it so he was one of the villains.
Yeah.
So I think they were planning on keeping him alive, but the legacy didn't really stay. I mean, we could have it later.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
But I think Mysterio was handled well, and the way he went from comic Mysterio to live action Mysterio is also great because in the comics, he's kind of a goofy dude. He's not that great. In this movie, Jake Gyllenhaal perfectly encapsulates the I'm a good guy, I'm a hero from another universe to the very sinister.
I'm about
I was joking actually. I'm not even that good. I'm not smart either. And it's like if you watched the movie and just didn't watch where the plot twist was, you could totally buy him as a superhero who's on the level of like Iron Man or even Spider-Man, where it's that nobleness. But besides that, the movie has a lot of awkward writing. There's a lot of scenes that feel out of place, like the bus scene, or the fact
The
that
bus scene was just fun. I think that was.
it
just,
was fun.
I think
but
that was just trying to get screen time.
yeah,
I mean, I think it was like also trying to show how the glasses, how strong
Mhm.
they are, and how
But
you
that
shouldn't
also
give them to a
hinders, yeah.
16-year-old child.
that hinders it too. I wonder, like, I wouldn't even have minded if they put like some little plot thing in there where Happy realizes, oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to give him the glasses. I was supposed to wait like
a couple
years until he was ready.
Yoink.
And then that kind of makes it a little bit better. But even then, that kind of takes away from the whole responsibility thing.
Okay. This one.
We're controversial with this one.
The
This is
third
pretty
one,
Spider-Man.
I'm okay with this pretty Spider-Man. I love the crossover, Toby and Andrew. I
I
love
think
the way they did with it.
I think I cried in the theater to that
Oh,
more
no.
than I cried during almost any other.
I
day.
was like hyped. No, cause like
I was hyped. I was.
I
crying.
didn't go to all theater because all theater was gonna be boring.
Oh, you know, I went to Wilson.
I went to Williston, and oh my god, I've
The
never met
only-
so many nerds in my life. Oh my
The
god.
only comparable movie experience with this is Endgame.
Endgame was hype, dude.
I will never forget when Captain America picks up that hammer. I was my brain, dude.
Oh,
And then
dude, that made me so happy.
And then there's always a simple thing. This is going off track with Endgame, but like there's one simple thing in comic book movies where they try to like not give the character certain attributes like catchphrases and stuff. I always wanted Captain America to say Avengers Assemble, and it's always teased and stuff, and it was always out there, and like I just wanted him to say it. And so when like everybody's gathered and that music's building up, it's like and like you're just like overwhelmed with emotion, and then you get even more overwhelmed because he says Avengers
He says the
Assemble.
thing!
You know,
Avengers! Assemble.
you know what would make me even go crazier is if he like lifted the shield up like he does in like the comics or the cartoons and stuff. You know, when he screams that and lifts up the
I
shield.
think when they have hype too, when they come back from the portals, and all you hear is just on your left.
On your left.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that
Like-
was hype!
Because you know they all came back, but you almost forget because of how much Thanos is kicking their butt and
yeah.
stuff. So then when you hear it, you're like, oh wait,
Okay.
oh my gosh.
That got off topic. It's gonna
Yeah.
get stayed in. But that got off topic.
This actually relating back to Far From Home with how I think Endgame kind of ruins this movie a bit. They released the trailer for Far From Home before Endgame came out.
Yeah, which was stupid.
So they spoiled that Spider-Man was gonna be alive, which obviously everybody knows he was gonna live. Everybody knows they were gonna
we
find
didn't
some
know
elaborate way to
Iron
make
Man
him
was
die.
gonna die.
Well, they didn't show that part yet.
Oh.
But the fact that they did that just kind of spoiled the like, not the surprise, but the kind of longevity of the just enjoyment of it, I guess. And then
These
we're
are
gonna get
Spider-Man
on.
games.
That's a Spider-Man. Well, you put it over there.
We don't talk about these games.
Well, let's talk about Miles Morales and his amazing,
You mean
Amazing
the S
movies.
tiers? The S tiers?
the greatest Spider-Man movies probably ever.
Okay, yeah, 100%.
Miles Morales today is what Peter Parker was in the '60s, and I will stand by that. And Mr. Bennett disagrees with me on that.
But
I
it's
will
old.
stand
Who
by that.
cares?
But like, just judging by today, this generation is going to grow up with different kind of Spider-Man, and the fact that one of them is going to be Miles Morales is beautiful.
The
and
fact
amazing.
that the kids get to grow up and they get to watch Into the Spider-Verse. Oh.
I think, and this movie did what was an amazing step for Miles Morales in his cultural relevance of becoming Spider-Man, because people knew about him in the cartoons and comics and stuff, but everyone was kind of like, it's that Spider-Man from another universe.
They kind of did him bad in the cartoon.
And, yeah, a little bit, because he's always the other universe Spider-Man. He's never just Spider-Man. This movie made it so he was Spider-Man, and they did that perfectly because that's... What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Actually, technically, he wasn't supposed to be Spider-Man.
That's with these movies when it comes in. But like, because with Miles' original arc of having Peter die and then he becomes Spider-Man, I think that kind of, you can just put that
They
there.
killed Peter Parker brutally
They
too.
did.
That was rough.
But the one thing that I always hated about Miles Morales with Spider-Man is Peter Parker dies and then Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man. I think the fact that in this movie and in like the video game, Peter Parker's a mentor to Miles Morales, to the fact where Miles Morales can become a better Spider-Man than him, that's perfect. And that hero journey is so amazing. So it's kind of stupid to have him be on his own forever. I wouldn't mind if maybe he was just original superhero for that dimension, and then Peter Parker.
But the fact is, like when it first happened, they first met it down in that sewer system.
when he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll teach you about it later,"
Yeah.
and then he gets bodied by Kingpin. Oh, what a play of emotions! I thought about to watch a movie, watch Spider-Man teach a kid how to be him and be better than him.
I remember when the trailer was
Like,
gonna come
that
out,
was
people
gonna
were
be
this movie-
hype.
I remember when people thought this movie was gonna genuinely be trash, and
Yeah,
I
well,
even thought the trailer
I
was
thought
bad.
it for a second too. Like the trailer looked bad. I'm like, yeah, but there's no way this movie's bad. They're finally bringing in the multiverse.
When I did watch the movie, I was genuinely like, I've never felt this way with a Spider-Man movie before, except for like Spider-Man
Like, yeah, 'cause
2.
like when you're young and you watch
Uh-huh.
these movies, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you're like almost like you're like you're high schoolers now.
Mhm.
This movie was.
It hits different, especially because from a young age, when you learn about Spider-Man, you become a Spider-Man fan. You always learn that responsibility. You always
Yeah.
learn that. But this movie, like, it teaches kids that same thing, but it also reignites that flame for older audiences too,
Oh,
where you remember. It's like, because it becomes a point where like other Spider-Man movies avoid, with great power becomes great responsibility. They avoid that, so then it kind of becomes in the back of your mind where it's like, okay, yeah, I know, but this movie makes you be like, you're gonna know why it's like
And
that.
the second one,
Dude.
oh my god, they did every character wrong. Every character so good. I can't think of one thing I didn't dislike in this movie. I just disliked theater.
Yeah.
When I watched it,
This movie was unfortunate to watch in small town theaters
because
where
it was
there's
like
a lot
the
of
audio was
terrible
so
people.
bad.
Oh yeah.
Like it was we had it pirated.
I
because
watched it in Williston, and even then,
I watched it.
I had teenagers behind me who were saying like racial slurs during the movie, and it's like, yeah, it's rough. Luckily, that was my second viewing. I watched it twice in theaters in Williston. I went back to Sydney, went back to Williston the next day.
All I know though is I bought it and saw it on Prime Video.
Yeah.
And then like a couple months later, it comes out to Netflix.
I think I'm gonna buy it on 4K either way.
So I bought it on 4K. I'm like, it's downloaded to my phone, and it's gonna stay downloaded to my phone, cause it's dude, it's so good.
I love Miles Morales, and
And they did Miguel. Oh
my gosh.
they did him justice.
I always, like, when I was younger, it was always Blue Spider-Man.
I was
young.
I was honestly afraid of how they're gonna do Miguel because
They did him perfectly though.
because like in the games like he's mean. He is what he is until like the very end, of course. So seeing him be like almost a villain,
it's perfect, and it perfectly wraps into some of the games with something like Edge of Time.
Edge of Time, S tier.
Ooh.
Well, not S tier, the second tier.
Okay, yeah, A tier.
A tier.
Because this game deals with Peter Parker and Miguel in different timelines, but you're having Miguel learn what it means to be Spider-Man through the original Peter Parker, and it's perfect. And I think they're gonna take, because I think they did take elements from this game a little bit.
They
like,
did.
I don't think they like drastically were like, yeah, we're gonna take this plot point. But with Miguel's character, you can definitely see similarities where there's a part in this game where he has to save MJ, but he doesn't want to because he wants to save the rest of the universe. Peter Parker's like, look, if you're not going to save MJ, you don't know what it's like to be Spider-Man.
You can't save both. You don't know what you're doing.
You can't mean that. You can't just ignore that she's in danger. Hey, I'm trying to focus on what's important. What's important is not standing by and allowing someone to suffer or die because you do nothing. If you don't get that, then you don't get the first thing about being Spider-Man.
You don't know what it's like to be Spider-Man unless you have that choice and you compromise. Just like in the original Spider-Man, when you have Green Goblin with MJ or the bus filled with
children, and he picked his choice.
Suffer the children, or the lady.
He saves them
and
both.
He saves them both because there's that. Because the idea of being Spider-Man is you're not going to take that idea of choices and you're not going to take it and be like, hey, I only have a choice. You compromise and you do whatever you can to make it good, and I love that. And
okay, both of Toby's games can just like they can just.
I
don't know. I didn't.
Toby's games,
didn't
awkward dancing for the first one.
I didn't play these games.
Oh wait, this is the second one.
I didn't mind.
You didn't play these ones?
I
Okay.
didn't like them.
I think for what these did for video games,
What a different video games.
That goes S tier.
It started it.
Spider-Man 1 goes awkward dancing because
I'm
the
okay
web
with
slinging
that.
is awful.
And
Have you
then-
ever seen that?
Yeah. And then
Oh my
the
gosh.
voice acting.
Oh my, it's kind of hilarious though. Spider-Man 2 set the foundation for all Spider-Man games to which they should follow. I just realized I forgot the Amazing Spider-Man games. That's what I was forgetting.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
it
both
was,
of them.
Those were mid.
Honestly, we could probably put those both in Spider-Man Lotus. Cause
We don't talk about Spider-Man Lotus.
Spider-Man Lotus goes in Spider-Man Lotus, by the way, because we're not. Yeah.
It's racist.
We don't deal with
It's
races.
racist. We don't deal with races.
Shattered
It's
Dimensions.
February. We don't deal with races.
Yeah. Shattered Dimensions, awkward gameplay, pretty fun stories. Madam Web, relevant now, I guess.
Madam Web can. That movie's so
Madam Web goes below Spider-Man Lotus, by the
That
way.
movie is so bad. It is its own. It's so bad.
Spider-Man 3, that can go to Spider-Man Lotus.
What is this?
That's the one I had from my childhood, which is Friend or Foe. Had White Nick Fury, because Black Nick Fury wasn't a thing at this time. It kind of built off the
I
Raimi games a
played
bit.
this game on my Wii.
Did you? Yeah.
I did. I used to 1v1 with my little brother on it. Oh, that's pretty good.
I
enjoyed this
think
game.
it goes in awkward dancing
Okay
because
with
it
that.
was very fun, but the gameplay was really awkward
Yeah.
and things just happened in the game and it was like
It was an old game though. Like,
it was also
Now.
it was a smaller studio.
for the newer games, the first Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man, S tier, Max tier.
The greatest.
Bite me on God, that deserves what it deserves. Okay, it is beautiful. It shows everything that Spider-Man needs to be Spider-Man. Okay, he literally sacrificed Aunt May. It was beautiful. You could see the emotion.
Which is a straight contrast to just what I was just saying about the choice and having, what
he couldn't save both.
Well, here's the thing: when you don't have a choice, because your goal is finding any way possible to save those who you love and the world and stuff. But with this game, it shows it's not always that easy. You can't always just be acrobatic and athletic and do things fast. Sometimes other things play a factor, and sometimes you have to let the other people choose, which is what he lets Aunt May do. He lets Aunt May choose to save other people, and that's beautiful. And it definitely shows that Aunt May and Uncle Ben were in tune. It wasn't just Uncle Ben who gave wisdom, and then Aunt May was the poor old lady who couldn't pay her rent and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
thanks, Toby.
Yeah, geez, Toby. But
I mean, Spider-Man 2 was God tier though. But yeah, continue on.
But yeah, and it just showed that like they are in the same boat where Uncle Ben and Aunt May they know how to raise Peter, and they did raise him well.
I mean, technically, yeah, because Aunt May rejected the money from Toby and Spider-Man 2.
But I just think it's not illustrated well enough that
No, it's
she's.
not.
If we want to talk bad Aunt Mays, I think in the comics, the Ultimate Universe to which Miles originates from, Ultimate Spider-Man Aunt May literally she gets better, but at one point she learns Peter Parker Spider-Man. She's like, leave, you're kicked out of my house. And like whenever that happened, and I read the comic, I was like, and to be fair, Tobey Maguire's Aunt May did that too a bit, but it was so drastic. And it was like, dang, okay. I think Aunt May should always be proud that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, even if she thinks it's so dangerous. She should always be proud. There should be that phase of like, hey, this is too dangerous, but okay, fair. The writing was not as strong. Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
It was.
The writing wasn't as strong. Gameplay was stronger, actually.
The gameplay was amazing.
Gameplay was amazing.
I love
it
the
was so much
ability
fun.
and the comp stuff. It was good, but like it doesn't have.
It introduced certain features. The suits I think were amazing, like
I
the
love
cat
the
suit, the
Oh,
bodega cat
yeah,
suit.
yeah. No, this one though.
Spider-Man 2 is for the voice acting alone. Yeah.
The voice acting, the suits, right?
That's
they had a
definitely
Chadwick
what-
Boseman
yeah.
contra, they had the Prowler, they
Yeah.
had many universes. You could change the Kill Venom, like they changed that. It was.
This is definitely a representation where they changed a lot to the of what originally happens in Spider-Man lore, but it works perfectly. And I was
They brought
definitely
Craven though. That was good.
without the voice acting and stuff. I would definitely put this a tier below, but
Yeah,
I got
but
swayed.
with
yeah.
the Sasuke as
Oh my
Spider-Man,
gosh.
oh my god!
Dude, I genuinely I don't know if I've ever seen a better. Okay, maybe game performance. Maybe I've seen, but better superhero game performance. I've never seen anything as good as Yuri Lowenthal.
Because of the fact that the game, I mean, there's no good super.
The one thing I hope that he does maybe later on is goes into cartoons.
That would be hilarious.
Well, because imagine this. Yuri Lowenthal can be what Kevin Conroy was for Batman.
Ooh, he could.
I genuinely think that. And
voice actor for Spider-Man in the cartoon. That would be cool. I think that alone would make me watch the show.
oh,
Like
yeah.
as a 17-year-old child, I still watch Spider-Man cartoons.
Oh,
Like, I'm not even trying to hide from my past. No, the cartoons that they made for Spider-Man was god tier. Like this next one, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Is the greatest Spider-Man media ever hit.
That was like the best show ever. It showed like everything.
Responsibility.
Like he almost took away his own powers. Like
and
he was on the verge of it.
And it shows perfectly too, like I was saying with like someone like Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man is not always Peter Parker's not always a great dude.
Yeah.
But he knows that he needs to make the good decisions.
Yeah.
So when he's about to make the bad ones, he reflects on himself and he knows what Uncle Ben told him, and he's like, I need to do better.
And when he had that Venom suit,
oh my god,
that was the Toby bully all over again, and I enjoyed every second of it.
Bully characters, Yuri Lowenthal, he did a great.
He
bully.
knew what he was doing.
Bully Lowenthal.
Oh,
there's the one specific scene where he's talking.
It was the Harry scene?
Yeah, and he's like,
Why don't you pop some more pills and say what you really feel?
Hey!
and it's like,
dang!
Oh my god, what?
Okay, now this one. I enjoyed this one. Why? Wait, which one is this one?
This is Ultimate Spider-Man the cartoon.
Is this one with Nick Fury in it?
Yeah.
Whoa. With the Iron Fist and...
Yeah. No, it's... No.
Yeah?
No.
Why not?
This show... It's very frustrating towards me, because I used to watch it when I was a little younger, and I liked it. I really liked it. But the show focuses way too heavily on outside aspects of Spider-Man, such as like S.H.I.E.L.D. or having that team. Spider-Man works better without a team, and I think just the fact that he has these other characters, it's great when he does team up. He can team up with other characters, and it's great. But the entire show basically being that, it's really awkward, and it doesn't give him time to shine like he did in, say, Spectacular Spider-Man. He didn't get to shine like he did. There wasn't many bouts of responsibility. There wasn't a lot of like great Spider-Man moments in itself. I think
Stan Lee
was great, and okay, I'll bump it up to Gwen Stacy's broken neck because of that. Honestly, I think
you just put Stan Lee in Gwen Stacy's broken neck.
Hey, no. If Stan
You
Lee,
just put Stan Lee.
Stan Lee's in all of these.
No,
in most of these, he's in them.
Yes.
He can be. If we just judge it based on Stan Lee alone, we're putting him all the way up there.
This guy deserves. He got one. Okay, the first season was good. The couple ones got off track, but he had some of the best crossovers on. They showed the best crossovers. It had Blade. It had the Avengers. It had Hulk. It had Iron Fist. Iron Fist was a beautiful character. It brought Deadpool into it.
That was a great episode. I do love the Deadpool episode, but
the villains were good.
It was just so awkward though. The writing was awkward.
Dude, it's a 2010 show and it's for children. This deserves awkward dancing.
It's a 2010 show and it's made for children.
You
Need I say what came before? Need I say?
But what they came before was different companies.
No, it's not. It's Marvel.
But it was different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, they could have. Firstly, they could have just continued.
Yeah, by the way, what were they doing? Why would you guys cancel Spectacular?
What is wrong with you?
Like,
you
what is
have
the point?
Perfect
You
formula.
had so much to do with it. You said, Tui, trashed
and
it.
You know,
and you replaced it with Amazing Spider-Man. I enjoy the show. I love how they made Bully. Like, there was Bully's Peter Parker. There was him. It was good. Okay, it was good. When he got the Venom. When they brought Venom into it, though. Not Agent Venom. No, not that one. I'm talking when they first introduced.
There was some parts with Venom that I did like, but I think just the very fact that what came before was Spectacular Spider-Man.
It's ruined itself.
Yeah, exactly. Just because this show came after Spectacular Spider-Man, it was never going to be as good, and I feel like they didn't try as much with it. They had the perfect formula with Spectacular Spider-Man. You could have just built off that show because it's Spider-Man at the end of the day. You can have a Spider-Man show be basically the same. All you really need to do is change the animation. I mean, even the voice actor, Josh Bell, he's a weird dude, and he's a bad person now. But that's not to get into that. But his performance as Spider-Man was really good. I think he's a good Spider-Man. Even in live action, he can be good.
I'm really curious. What's his name?
Yuri Lowenthal. What about him?
This guy. I need to know what else he's in.
He's in everything, dude.
The first ones.
Movies and shows.
Well, he does voice actor Ben 10.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Oh, he was a bully in Ben. What? Whoa, what the? What?
He's in. Yeah,
he's in Arcane.
Was he?
Wait, who's the voice actor in Arcane?
Milo.
Milo?
I've never seen Arcane. I
Is
need to
Milo
watch
the
it.
black guy?
I don't know.
No, I know who Milo is. Never mind. You haven't watched it yet?
No.
Oh, it's good.